Live, presented by Fields Auto Group.
That's a look at beautiful Petco Park in San Diego. The Cubs with a 5-1 win last night. They look to make it 2 in a row over the Padres tonight behind ace Jake Arrieta. Hello, welcome in. Cubs Pregame Live presented by the Fields Auto Group. He is Todd Hollinsworth. I'm David Kaplan. Cubs go deep 3 times last night off for former Cub Edwin Jackson. John Lester was outstanding, but the offense was really good.
Yeah, good. Good to see the 3 home runs. Good to see the extension of some stories. And then we throw the Jason Hayward factor into it. It was good to see him get some of that confidence back with a long one to right field, and even the reaction in the dugout after the home run I thought was big. You know, it's confidence. When you lose your confidence, it's not a great place to be, especially at this time of year. We know he got shut down for a little bit of time, but it was great to see kind of that reaction to Jason Hayward after he hit that home run. Great performance by Lester in the bullpen. Nice win.
All right, it's almost time for you to get interactive with our show. Get your mobile, laptop, or tablet ready. Head to csnchicago.com/vote. In just a few minutes, we'll bring you our live fan vote. Now, the big story last night was after having the weekend off in Colorado, Jason Hayward went deep for the first time since the 29th of July. Here's what he had to say after the ball game.
I would say last few games I probably felt better, but not much to show for it. But it doesn't matter. Just keep going and keep taking one at bat at a time and keep pushing. Try to keep kind of getting good counts, lay off the bad pitches, swing the good ones, and go from there. After that, only just be at peace with it.
Yeah, it was great. That was great for Jason to be able to do that. Barely foul, and then a homer. That's nice. Those are the kind of things that can get his confidence going and get him going in the right direction offensively.
Everybody's cheering their butt off for him. You know, we know how important he is to this team, not only offensively but in other areas. And for him to swing the bat, we know how hard he's working and how he's grinding and how he's going about his business. And there's not a more professional guy that I've been around than him.
All right, you heard John Lester say right there that the whole team was cheering for him because they know how hard he works. It had to be good for his confidence. Now, it was not a 98-mile-an-hour heater. He didn't take a guy like Aroldis Chapman deep. However, small steps can lead to bigger results.
Results. That's what this is all about. And when you struggle as a hitter, I went through this many times. Most guys do at some point in their career. You play long enough, you're going to go through it. You're going to go through the ups and the downs, and you're going to lose your confidence, and you're going to search for your swing, and you're going to start to doubt everything about yourself, or you're going to start to look at the ball off the bat, speed. I mean, you're going to start analyzing everything, and Jason's a smart guy. I know he is, and he's been working tirelessly behind the scenes to get right. He wants to be good. Believe me, this is why he's here. He knows what's going on here. He doesn't want to be the one guy that we're talking about as being that, you know, guy struggling here all season long, and yet this team continues to win. He's doing a fantastic job answering the tough questions from the media the right way, kind of staying out in front of it, making it about the team, making it about the winning. You know, at some point, I'm sure you talk to him and say, yeah, that was, you know, maybe the toughest stretch of my career, but what doesn't break you in this game only makes you stronger. Every guy that I've ever played with, the guys that have been around for a long time, they go through these things. If they can survive them, they become better ball players on the other side of it. So that's where I do maintain some optimism that this will get better. Hopefully last night that confidence starts to come back. His teammates are pulling for him. Everybody in Chicago is pulling for him. Good to see the long one.
All right, and then let's talk about the Brizzo MVP company. Look at the battle these two are putting on. Rizzo hitting 301 to Bryant's 299. Chris with 32 homers, 84 RBIs. Rizzo 25 bombs, but 87 RBIs. Seems like these two are trying to one-up each other. Bryant with a homer last night. Rizzo answers with a 4-for-5 night. How about the competition between these two?
I mean, you know, I'm not sure there's a fair way to do this. I mean, the only way, like, moving forward, I keep thinking we need to start flipping them in the lineup. One day one hits second, the other one hits third, and then you flip them around because we know that, you know, Chris Bryant obviously scoring a ton of runs. Anthony's driving them in a ton of times. So this has been a fun conversation. It's only going to get better. Both have been hot. Both are swinging the bats very, very well. I love the maturity that we're seeing from both of them. Obviously, I will, you know, give a tip of the cap to Chris Bryant because he hasn't been here nearly as long. Anthony, we look to as that leadership, the guy who's been doing it and continues to do it and continues to get better. But for Chris Bryant, wow, what a season he's putting together. We thought he was good last year. This is, at least for me, far and away even better.
All right, let's look at a couple graphics here to show how good these two have really been. First up, Bryant's road splits from last year and this year. hitting .321 on the road this year compared to .284 from a year ago. Big jump. 17 of his 32 home runs have come on the road this season, just 5 last year. And check out the OPS 1009 this year to just .693 in 2015. Now, for Anthony Rizzo, look what he's done since Memorial Day. In his last 74 games, he's hitting .344 with 28 doubles, 14 home runs, 52 RBIs, and a sick 1,032 OPS.
Well, you know, the difference between the two. Now, Anthony's been around a little bit longer, so, I mean, we can talk about Anthony knowing the league. He's done this for a few years and certainly making the adjustments. That is the challenge of a player who's moving into the middle years of his career, is understanding the pitching, how you're being pitched, and making the adjustments. And you watch Anthony consistently and continuously doing that. But for Chris Bryant, think back to last year. I mean, I could play nerves. We could talk confidence. We could talk a lot of different things. That first year is a tough one on most young players. And then year number 2, you've heard it, Cappy, sophomore slump. Boy, he's not, I mean, sophomore slump is not even in anybody's conversation. He's taking it to another level. That's what I'm so proud of Chris Bryant for doing this year. His game, the approach has been good. It hasn't been about the homers as we discussed last night. It's been about that offensive approach, using the whole field and then just kind of letting that power happen. Again, he could have wandered down that road and been a .250 hitter with 40 homers, and nobody in Chicago would have complained about that. But he's an even better hitter. He's hitting .300 this year. He's hitting on the road. He is becoming that go-to guy at any point in the game.
All right, let's take a look at today's pitching matchup, brought to you by Bona, the original Italian beef. Jake Arrieta versus Christian Friedrich, and tonight Arrieta looks to become the National League's first 16-game winner. There's 2 17-game winners in the American League. You look at the numbers, though, really, really good. And then you look at Friedrich, 4-9 with a .469, and hasn't pitched as many innings.
No, yeah, Jake Arrieta looking to bounce back from a little bit of a rougher one, but again, this is a good lineup to kind of get after. I expect to see that aggressiveness tonight. And you think back to that last start, you know, the 7 walks, a couple home runs that he gave up certainly stood out, but Jake has been as good as advertised all season long. I think he's just a victim of what he did last year in many of our minds, that he set the bar so high that anything below that is some sort of step down, but it really hasn't been that season. These bumps happen. You know, his last start, that happens to just about everybody in the game, and if that's him at his worst, I'll take him any day and every 5th day. So Jake Arrieta is your go-to guy tonight. You're going to see him command the strike zone. Again, look for that aggressiveness out of the plate. This is a lineup that I think he can really get after, much like John did last night, Lester. For Friedrich, you know, this is a situation where I think he's a very good matchup for Cubs hitters tonight. He's kind of that crafty lefty who, you know, has been good at times, but had his issues at times as well. So I look to him. I look for the Cubs tonight to continue to use that middle approach, use the big part of Petco Park, and find a lot of success out there. The one thing to keep your eye on, though, he does have good secondary pitches and uses them both a lot. That slider, that curveball, and changeup to mix in. He does use a lot of secondary pitches.
I believe he pitched for the Rockies as well.
As a reliever.
As a reliever. And he is a young man who doesn't overpower you, but he certainly knows how to add and subtract.
Well, if you're going to see, this is a good little test for the Cubs. Now, over the last couple weeks, Cappy, I'd tell you that the Cubs offense, their approach has been really, really good. You've watched the 2-strike approach. You've watched hitters cut down on their swings, know when to kind of maybe go for a little bit more in a hitter's count. There has been great balance. I think back to that at bat in Colorado. Chris Bryant going the other way, 10 pitches, just fighting off pitches. That is a 2-strike approach. That is situational hitting. Friedrich is going to try to get them to go expand their strike zone. So it'll be a good test tonight. He does not have enough on that fastball to get through this lineup a couple times. So we'll see where it goes. But if you expand, you know, he'll get you out on that ball in the dirt.
All right, time for our Cubs fan poll. The vote, visit csnchicago.com/vote. You don't need a special app. Just visit that website, get interactive with me and with Holly. Today's question is this: which Cubs starter has had the best year so far? Okay, you look at all the choices up there. For me, if I had to make a vote, I'm going John Lester. I think he's had a magnificent year.
He has. I still go with Jake Arrieta. I know that the walks are a little bit higher than everybody else, but I still think he's the most hittable guy in the game of baseball, and that means something to me. I love the fact that all 5 of these guys are in the argument. But
he's the most hittable?
Unhittable guy in the game. Again, go back to his last start. It's plain and simple. Cappy goes 5 2/3 innings. I mean, yeah, he walked 7. He gives up 3. It's almost as if when Jake has his issues at times, he makes them himself. But when he's on his game, you don't see teams doing damage against Jake Arrieta very consistently. I mean, a couple blips on the radar this year. And to sit back and look at 15-5 with a 2.75 and think we've got any right to complain, I think makes us crazy. So he's had another fantastic season. And talking to hitters around the league, they tell me the same thing. He is by far the most uncomfortable at bat.
Yeah, and you look at John Lester's stuff. Last night, he was just filthy. I mean, he was really, really locked in. His cutter was hard. The breaking stuff really had some good bite to it, like you see right there in the start against the Oakland A's. So for me, based on how he's pitched, Jake's had his moments. He's been really good. I have to go John.
I like John. There's no doubt about it. I think he frustrates hitters very much the same way. You know, when you think that you're going to get a pitch to hit, he gives it to you, and he puts a little sink on it. He puts a little two-seam action, a little running action away. You get ready for that cutter in, and you find out that it's too far in, and you can't do anything with it. He's had a fantastic season. Like I said, what we've got going in the MVP conversation, we've got going on in the Cy Young conversation. What does that tell us? We got a pretty good team, and we're having lots of success here in Chicago.
Right, we haven't even mentioned Kyle Hendricks. The results are in. How about that? They tied. We got like 14,000 votes.
That's the way I like it.
14,000 votes.
That's the way I like it.
And you get a tie.
All of them. All 5.
How about that? That's too bizarre. Anyway, Joe Madden gave an update on John Lackey before tonight's game. Here is what he had to say.
I talked to PJ and Boz. Both of them said he threw the ball really well, very easily, without any real bad discomfort. So if everything progresses properly, he probably will throw a bullpen this weekend. Yeah.
It wouldn't take much to get him back.
No, he's not been really down. So it's just almost like a little bit of a respite, and then you go out there, play catch, and you work out in the bullpen, and you're ready to come right back into it. So if you had a more extended period of time of not actually pitching or throwing, it would be different. But where he's at in the season, it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Given his track record, he had 1 or 2 regular season starts at the end of September. You feel good? Is that kind of a target with
John?
Yeah, with Lang.
He'll be able to start before end of September.
Well, yeah, I mean, just in terms of him getting revved back up.
Oh yeah,
big boy games.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna take him a long time to get ready to come back in. We'll see what happens if he's able to work out or do the side piece. If he's able to without any discomfort, his start won't be too far to follow that.
All right, time for our first break here on Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. When we return, we'll go over the lineups. Addison Russell joins some elite company. But first, it is 27 minutes and 43 seconds until the start of the ballgame. Still time for you to give Feldco a call, 866-4-FELDCO.
Cubs Pregame Live is presented by Fields Auto Group. Fields matters because you matter. See Fields first. FieldsAuto.com.
I'm Dan Fields of the Fields Auto Group. We've prepared a Joe Madden Signature Edition vehicle. It will be raffled off at the end of the season, with the proceeds going to many of Joe's favorite charities.
But not before I have the pleasure of driving it to and from the ballpark. Thank you, Dan, and everyone at Fields Auto Group for this special vehicle and for making this all possible.
For official raffle rules and complete details on how you can win this Joe Madden signature vehicle, go to fieldsauto.com.
It is an honor for Fields Auto Group to help good causes like Cubs Charities and Misericordia. Fields matters because you matter.
Your business needs a lot of speed, but getting it doesn't have to break the bank. Introducing the Comcast Business Summer Savings Event. Now you can get a lot for a little as a cup of coffee and donut a day. Fast internet speed to drive performance, plus cutting-edge Wi-Fi for your employees and customers, and voice mobility so your calls find you wherever you are. Get some of our most advanced products at a great price with over $500 in savings. Call today and ask how to get these savings plus a $250 prepaid card. Comcast Business, built for business.
Welcome to Honda.
Thank you.
Head over heels, where should I go? Can't stop myself, out of control. Head over heels, no time to think. Looks like the whole world's out of sync.
So you like it?
I do.
Now is the moment to get the Honda CR-V you love, the best-selling SUV in America, at the Honda Summer Clearance Event, going on now.
Domino's has a $7.99 Monday through Thursday carryout deal. But if you carried out Friday through Sunday, you might have felt bamboozled. So we're extending the deal to every day and giving people who paid more a little payback. Like the Smith family, who got free pizza for a year. They love pizza. We gave Brad a date with the Noid. You're welcome. And we gave Rajesh a nightlight. Payback. Go to pizzapayback.com for a chance to get yours and carry out large 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 now, every day.
For being one with the water, sand, and the land. For those that let the open air guide them. For inspired style, matched only by what it stands for. So head into your local Jeep dealer and take advantage of summer savings while summer's still here. Jeep Cherokee. It's how we live 4x for summer.
Get 0% APR for 75 months or $4,000 combined cash allowance plus $500 bonus cash on 2016 Cherokee models.
You're watching Cubs Pregame live presented by Fields Auto Group. Now back to Captain Holly.
All right, thank you, Addison. Welcome back to Cubs Pregame Live. All right, Holly, let's talk about the lineups brought to you by Wrigleyville Sports. Cubs lineup, this is how Joe Maddon trots out a lineup card tonight with Dexter Fowler leading off. He is in center field. Chris Bryant will be at third base. Anthony Rizzo in the 3-hole at first. Ben Zobrist is in left. Addison Russell's at short. J.A. Tutu, Jason Hayward in right. Javi Baez goes over to second. Wilson Contreras catches, and Jake Arrieta pitches, which tells me that Joe Maddon wants Wilson Contreras to be his top dog come the end of September.
It's a very real possibility. We'll see where this goes. I mean, again, it's an open debate until we get there. Let's see where it is. But, I mean, again, you could speak to how important that relationship is between Contreras and Arrieta going into tonight's ballgame based on what we saw last time. Now, this isn't a conviction of Contreras with the idea that he had something to do with Jake's wildness, but we do talk about that relationship and how the two of them have to work together. What you want from a catcher is the ability to pick up on the mechanicals, to know your pitcher so well that when something starts to show itself, he can go out there and help him. He can get him fixed. And if that starts to happen, listen, you got your guy. There's no doubt about it.
You think this lineup is the lineup that the Cubs run out there the first game if they make the playoffs?
Well, knowing Joe Maddon, I don't think that, I mean, I'm not going to vote against it, but I'm not going to vote for it either because it depends on who we're playing and whether the guy's a lefty or a righty, and we might see Chris Bryant in left field and Javi Baez at third base. I think it's as much of a possibility as the lineup you see out there for tonight's ball game.
Certainly like seeing Javi in the lineup, I'll tell you that. With his home run last night, Addison Russell now hitting .302 with 6 home runs, 13 RBIs in his last 12 games. He's also the first Cubs shortstop to reach 80 RBIs since Ernie Banks in 1961. Here's what he had to say after the ballgame last night.
I would say the RBIs, it surprised me this year. You know, I think I said it all year, but we have guys on our team that get on base, you know, and it's my job to get him over or get him in, and I've taken that role, you know, and taken that role and put it to heart. So it's a lot of fun out there. I challenge myself whenever I'm in those situations to have some fun, and it is fun.
Cubs have had some pretty good shortstop over the years, but is it surprising he is the first guy in 55 years to reach 80 RBIs in a season?
It is, but it isn't. That's a horrible answer. No, really, because I'm going both ways on it. You know, I guess knowing the Cubs' history that it does surprise me that he is, but understanding this lineup, it doesn't surprise me that Addison Russell's doing it this year. It's really what it comes down to. I mean, you look at how talented they are. We said, listen, we just had an MVP conversation with 2 hitters that hit in front of him, and Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo. And you didn't even mention Dexter Fowler or Ben Zobrist. Look what he's got going on in front of him. So what you're starting to see right now is Addison Russell smelling it. Boy, he's like, you know what? I got 4 of the best hitters in the game right now in front of me. They're all swinging the bats. If I get my game together, man, I need to be cleaning this up. I'll be driving in guys in every game long. And you see it. That's why he's got 80 RBIs in the season. That's why I tweeted out a couple nights ago that he's got a legitimate shot at 100 RBIs this year. There's no doubt about it. The way he's rolling right now, the way he's not missing his pitch. When he gets it, he's squaring it up. He's coming up and hitting with authority in those situations, slugging, doubles, and homers, that he is going to start driving in runs in masses when he's got these 4 hitters hitting in front of him consistently.
All right, now let's take a look at the Padres lineup, also brought to you by Wrigleyville Sports. Travis Jankowski, you will see him out there in center. Will Myers, Solarte, Dickerson, Schimpf, Bethencourt. You've got Kibblehand, Sardinas, and the pitcher, Kristen Friedrich.
Yeah, that's a bit of an alphabet right there, that starting lineup. You got some speed at the top. Jankowski and White Myers both can steal a base, and certainly some power with Will Myers. We saw him in the 3 spot last night. They insert Solarte. Good hitter now. He's their third baseman. This guy can hit for some power. He's got 11 home runs from the left side of the plate. You got to be careful. Those 3 guys in the middle right there. Those 3 lefties, he and Dickerson and Schimpf as well, all can hit for power. They've got it. And Jake is going to see them. Lefty, 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 right in a row. So he wants to be on his game right there. That's the power-packed part of this lineup that you're going to have to navigate.
All right, it's time for Bill for Business, presented by our friends at Comcast Business. With a single last night, Padres leadoff hitter Travis Jankowski has now reached base safely in 21 straight games. It's the longest streak for any Padre this year, second longest active streak in the big leagues, behind a current 27-game streak with Cleveland's Jose Ramirez. Comcast Business, built for business. All right, time for another break here on Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. Coming up, Holly's keys to the game, plus you won't believe what David Ross did in his free time today. That's next when Cubs Pregame Live returns.
It starts with a low Fields price, and then we include all of the Fields amenities at no extra charge.
And now, during the summer clearance event, get 0% APR financing for 60 to 84 months, or customer cash from $1,500 to $6,000 on select new models.
A low price and a whole lot more, like our Fields amenities that include free loaners, free car washes, and our Fields cafes.
The deal is always great, so it works out for me, works out for my pocket.
It's what we do. Fields matters because you matter.
Chicago's favorite spot for prime steaks, the freshest seafood, and world-famous Florida stone crab. Come on down to Joe's.
$1 window siding and door installation, 102 Pine Street.
Let's go, guys. It's Feldco to the rescue with $1 installation on all windows, siding, and doors. Plus no money down and no interest until 2018. It's Feldco's biggest sale of the year.
That's $1.
$1 installation on all windows, siding, and doors.
Hurry, $1 installation ends Labor Day. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Think of the long history the hot dog has had with the presidency. George Washington, I cannot eat a fry because I like hot dogs so much.
He said I cannot tell a lie.
Well, it's hard to understand him. He had wooden teeth.
America, it's Dollar Dog Day on Thursday, August 25th. This is how you Sonic.
This Cubs injury report is brought to you by ATI Physical Therapy, taking physical therapy to a higher level. Ask your doctor about ATI Physical Therapy. Get there.
Wow, did not see that coming. Something else you didn't see coming? Outstanding customer service delivered by collision pros who ensure your low point ends on a high note. You may not see it coming, but you'll know where you're going. Get to Gerber.
A well-put-together man is said to be sharp. At GMC, we get why people appreciate that kind of precision. After all, precision is the kind of sharp that slices through a crowd. This is the precision of professional grade. Step up to GMC and get cash back for up to 16% of the MSRP on these select 2016 GMC vehicles. That's over $8,400 cash back on this Yukon Denali.
That is a look at Petco Park, where the Cubs and the Padres will get underway in just a little bit. It's also one of the few teams Holly didn't play for. Welcome back to Cubs Pregame Live.
Wow, didn't see that coming. All right.
David
I didn't hit well there, though.
Certainly making the most of his final year in the big leagues. Check out what he posted to Twitter today, saying, thanks, SeaWorld and Ferdinand the Beluga Whale for an amazing day. How about that? That's awesome.
This whole season's been awesome for David Ross. I've enjoyed it. I mean, some of us like.
What did you do in your final season?
Nothing. I played every day until the end, and that was it. And I waved goodbye, and that was the end of it. I mean,
no beluga whales, or nobody bought you a suite.
I didn't have a teammate that bought me a suite on the road trip. I mean, I heard what happened up in Colorado. I mean, holy cow! I mean, this is great. I'm happy for him. I mean, Rossi's a great guy, and he's going to be around the game for a long time, so it's good to see. But yeah, he's getting to do some experiences. Maybe that's one of the perks of being a catcher. I guess a backup catcher. You know your days off.
All right. Time for our Fields Auto Group keys to the game. Take it away, Holly Town.
All right, here we go. Number one, right off the top, command and control. Talking a little Jake Arrieta. Listen, we're just playing off of the last ball game. I don't think there's anything to worry about here. I spoke about it last night, and I do think it applies again tonight. This is a lineup that you want to be aggressive against the San Diego Padres one. A little bit of speed at the top. We talked about some of that power there in the middle of that lineup. But if Jake's making his pitches and you see him commanding the fastball tonight, you're going to see Jake Arrieta dominate the San Diego Padres. They just do not have nearly the talent that some other teams around the National League do have. So if he makes his pitches, Jake will have one of his his typical games. Number 2, that lefty combo kind of still playing off of that. Solarte, Dickerson, and Schimpf right there in the middle of the lineup. They've got solid production, and a couple of them are really hot right now, including Dickerson and Schimpf, and Solarte's in there as well tonight. He wasn't in there last night, but they do have some power with those 3 lefties. And again, I was really just kind of playing off of that command thing. You know, he's going to make sure that he's on his game right there. Those 3 lefties can do some damage. They are the power in the Padres lineup. Cappy, the third key, really simple, is just rolling along. Offensive approach talking tonight going up against Christian Friedrich is that classic lefty approach. He's not a lefty that's going to power the fastball by this lineup. He's not going to go out and strike out 12 hitters in the night. I would be shocked. What you're going to see is a combination of fastball to the corners and off-speed pitches. You're going to see the slider. You're going to see the big curveball. I bet you even see the changeup tonight. So maybe that midfield approach. You saw it again. I thought Anthony had a great approach last night. Continued to use the whole field. Look at all these base hits up the middle. Stay with this game plan. It will work, and it will work at Petco Park. The big gaps that they've got there, the big center field. If the homers come, the homers come. But I love the way that they're rolling along right now offensively, and I expect another big night from them going up against Christian Friedrich, who is, by definition, a good big league pitcher, but not great.
All right, time for our key performers. Holly, a 19-14 lead after a win last night. You get to go first.
I'm going to go Addison Russell. He's swinging the bat. We know what he's done. What is it, 3 homers last 2 ball games. He's been cleaning up some of those guys that have been getting on base in front of him. Hot guy.
I'm going to go with Chris Bryant because he's really swung the bat well as of late. He's shown his power abilities. So I'm going to go Chris Bryant.
Good pick. Good luck.
All right, playing at a park like Petco. It's not the easiest park to hit home runs in. What's the approach? You played there a lot.
Well, you just kind of let it happen. I mean, the way that when they brought in the right field porch, it did become a little bit shorter, and we've seen. My understanding, of course, I don't want to call it a new ballpark, but the configuration of the ballpark with the new buildings around it have changed the way that the air moves in that ballpark. When I played there, it was absolutely a pitcher's park. Huge center field, huge gaps. Always wanted to use the big part of the field, and I hit pretty well there because that's what I used to always think about. Use those big gaps to my advantage. And you watch the Cubs hitters do it over the last game, certainly, and expect it again tonight. But when you do see the home runs, you can jump ship down those corners to the left fielder, to the right fielder, to those lines. It's gotten a little bit shorter, and you can definitely clear those walls quite easily.
The weather also is a little different down in San Diego than you may be getting in L.A. or that you get in Arizona, where you get some really, really warm temperatures.
Well, at night, typically you get a marine layer that comes in. It's that kind of that heavy fog that comes in off the coast and would settle over. And I remember doing it for years, obviously playing in Los Angeles, where we used to tell ourselves that if you were going to hit a home run, you had to do it in the first at bat, first 3 innings. And if you didn't, you're not going to get one at all.
All right, thanks for watching Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. Len and JD are coming up next. We will see you on Sunday from L.A.
It's a golden opportunity to discover that in a Lexus SUV, there are no adverse conditions.
Blue sky, smiling at me.
Nothing but blue skies, do I see?
Blue days, all of them gone.
For a limited time, get some of our best offers of the year at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Lease the 2016 RX 350 for $419 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
Just a young one, maybe pushing 10. Somebody told me no, son, and I decided then I'm gonna dig my style. You're gonna walk the same. Gonna keep on going. No, I don't see no end. With the prize I'm showing, you better tell your friends. You're gonna dig my style. Dig my style. Dig my style.
We are the Coors Brewing Company, and our mountain is brewing the world's most refreshing beer. A beer proud enough to wear our name in big, red, scripted letters. That's why we lager, filter, and package cold. Because we believe every climb deserves a refreshing finish. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
With my cousin Andy starting college, I thought I'd drop off some Best Buy gear to get him up to speed. Andy! Whoa, what is this? A notebook? What, are you going to school in 1993? What you need is a 2-in-1 laptop with the speed of Intel's 6th Gen Core processor. Do you know how important your core is, Andy? I did that for your core. The Freshman 15 is real. Best Buy's blue shirts make it easy to get back to school with the best tech. Tech to impress at Best Buy.
Everything you're looking for is right here.
Oh.
I'll be here if you need me.
Watching in slow motion as you turn around and say, oh, take my breath away.
Find anything you like?
Yes.
Now is the moment to get the Honda you love. KBB.com's 2016 Best Value Brand. Hurry in. The Honda Summer Clearance event ends soon.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm. Another beautiful evening here in San Diego. It's game 2 of a 3-game series. Cubs 2-2 to start this Western road trip. And welcome to another late night of Cubs baseball here on CSN. Jim DeShays and Len Casper. Cubs got another quality start last night, and they continue to get the home run ball.
Yeah, John Lester worked 6 innings, allowed just 1 run. Anthony Rizzo had a 4-hit night, and the Cubs hit 3 home runs. One by a red-hot Addison Russell, 4 home runs in his last 4 games. He has now driven in 80 runs, and he made a spectacular play at shortstop as well.
Chris Bryant tying Nolan Arenado again for the National League lead with his 32nd. And Jason Hayward, he really needed this one. He just got it out, a 2-run shot. First game back after missing 4 in a row for a little bit of a mental breather. The Cubs have now homered at least twice in 6 consecutive games, and this is not really known as a homer ballpark.
No, it's not. It's a big ballpark. It's a pitcher's ballpark, and pitching for the Cubs tonight will be Jake Arrieta, and when he comes to California, good things happen. He has completely dominated the state of California. Check out these numbers. His last 5 starts out here, he's won them all. An 0.24 ERA, starting with that no-hitter at Dodger Stadium last August.
Left-hander Christian Friedrich is a Chicago area native. He went to Loyola Academy, and it's been a rough go lately.
Yeah, he got off to a pretty good start. He was 4-2 with a 3.60 ERA. His last 9 starts, he is winless at 0-7 with that high earned run average of 5.69.
Lots of Cubs blue here in San Diego as their team goes for win number 80. Cubs and Padres, game 2, next.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. Ford, inviting you to check out their fuel-efficient lineup at your local Ford store or at localfordstores.com. Southwest Airlines, transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. And by your local Kia dealers. Visit mykiachicago.com to learn more.
DirecTV is at it again with another so-called deal. With a $60 intro rate that jumps to over $100 after just 3 months, then shoots up to over $150 after a year. The hits just keep on coming because you're locked into a 2-year contract that can cost over $3,300. Don't get blindsided by DirecTV. Switch to an X1 double play from Comcast and lock in your rate for 2 full years. Call or go online today.
For almost 40 years, I've worked hard to enforce the safety rules on our highways and in workplaces, to hold the negligent accountable. And it's helped make our community a safer, better place. But to keep our community safe and strong, we've got to take good care of our children. This is why I've donated hundreds of thousands to support programs like Kids Stop, Reading Buddies, Teachers of Excellence, and the United Way. And it's also why I only do personal injury law. Because helping injured people win justice is its own reward.
It starts with the low field's price, and then we include all of the field's amenities at no extra charge.
I'm not overpaying for my vehicles. I'm getting great customer service and great amenities at Fields.
And now, lease a new all-wheel drive 2016 Ghibli SQ4 for only $599 per month for 36 months.
A low price and a whole lot more, like our Fields amenities that include free loaners, free car washes, and our Fields cafes.
It's not about the word free. It's the way they deliver it and what they deliver.
Fields matters because you matter.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan, back in our downtown Chicago studios. We'll get you back out to Len and Jim in San Diego in just a couple minutes. But first, Major League Baseball released the playoff schedule today. The Cubs will almost certainly host the NLDS Game 1 on October 7th, as long as they maintain that lead. The NLCS is scheduled to start on October 15th, and if the Cubs were blessed enough to reach the World Series, Game 3 would be at Wrigley Field on Friday, October the 28th. They'd play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That weekend, Game 7, if needed, would be on Wednesday, November 2nd in the AL City. Addison Russell keeps raking in San Diego, homering in 3 of his last 4 games last night. He became the first Cub shortstop since the late, great Ernie Banks in 1961 to reach 80 RBIs in a season. Joe Maddon said today he's answered the critics from earlier in the year as to whether or not he even deserved to be an All-Star.
I'm very happy for him because I know prior to that, him being selected, that was an issue in a sense. And I'm so proud of him, how he came out and confronted it in his own way, very quietly, but in a distinguished manner. That's who he is. And now he's shown everybody how good he is. I also believe that event has pretty much catapulted him to the point he's at right now.
All right, there you have it. Joe Maddon on Addison Russell. Baseball is next. That does it from our downtown Chicago studios. It's Arrieta and Friedrich. Len and Jim have the play-by-play. The first pitch is coming up. Have a wonderful evening. Have a great night. Go Cubs.
Save big on a new garage door from Menards. Upgrade your garage door opener with Chamberlain. This half-horsepower chain drive opener includes 2 remotes, a multifunctional wall panel, and wireless keypad. Only $139. Ideal premium insulated garage doors offer maximum performance, superior insulation, and improved curb appeal. Check out our wide selection today and find the right garage door to match your home's exterior. Now during Menards Labor Day sale.
Save big money at Menards.
4x for being one with the water, sand, and the land. For those that let the open air guide them. For inspired style, matched only by what it stands for. So head into your local Jeep dealer and take advantage of summer savings while summer's still here. Jeep Cherokee. It's how we live 4x for summer.
Get 0% APR for 75 months or $4,000 combined cash allowance plus $500 bonus cash on 2016 Cherokee models.
Jamie Foxx here for Verizon. Did you know Verizon has more than 3 times the 4G LTE coverage of Sprint?
And I'm Jamie Foxx for Sprint. Pretty much the same coverage if you squint.
You are not Jamie Foxx. Sprint is last nationally in 4G LTE coverage.
Well, who's gonna know this?
What about the left side of the country, huh? This part of Texas, California, New York, etc.
Don't get fooled by cut-rate networks. Get the best. And now get up to 4 free Samsung Galaxy phones, 4 lines, and 16 gigs for just $150. Only on Verizon.
Welcome to Wrigley Field. Arrieta's cruising along. Swing and a miss. And it is gone. We're tied. Rizzo gets on the top. He makes a catch. Got it. Called strike 3. Jake Arrieta, a 20-game winner. Deep left, way back. It is gone. A 3-run homer. Cubs win. Cubs win. Cubs win. The leadoff man is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. If Dexter Fowler leads off the game with a hit, Binny's will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Another gorgeous night downtown San Diego. Cubs and Padres. Cubs a 5-1 winner last night. And let's get their Southwest starting lineup. Again, 79 and 45. Cubs trying to become the first team to win 80 this year. Top 5 all-stars for the National League here in San Diego in July. Fowler, Bryant, Rizzo, Zobrist, and Russell. Hayward with a home run last night. Baez is going to play second tonight. Wilson Contreras catching Jake Arrieta for the second consecutive start.
Padres defensively, and it's brought to you by Arby's. Dickerson, Jankowski, Kivlehan, left center, right infield, Solarte, Sardinius, Schimpf, and Myers. Christian Bethencourt is the catcher. And big lefty Christian Friedrich will make his 18th start. 4.9 with a 4.69 ERA for the former first-round draft pick. Fastball, curve, slider, change.
Umpires tonight. That's Nick Lentz back of the plate. Mark Ripperger's at first. Joe West, the crew chief, at second. And Kerwin Danley is over at third. Cubs are 26-14 against left-handed starters. Friedrich to Fowler. And strike one to get us started.
Former first-round pick, as I mentioned, that was by the Rockies in 2008. It was a big curveball. When he first came into pro ball, that was recognized as his best pitch. Used to have a little more giddy up on the fastball.
Born in Evanston, Illinois, went to Loyola Academy in Wilmette. Sardinius will get Fowler. Christian Friedrich's father is the Cubs team dentist.
Yeah, how about that? That's kind of fun. So if anybody hits a home run off of him tonight, I would suggest they go see a different dentist.
Nice hand for Chris Bryant.
Maybe we could just drill down in there a little bit more.
I'm sure Dr. Friedrich is very professional.
Yeah, but when it comes to your kid, is it safe?
Bryant at 299. Rizzo comes in at 301. Last night, Bryant homered, knocked himself in. First player this year in the majors to score 100 runs. Bounced in front of home plate. Tied for the National League lead in home runs, as we mentioned in the open, with Nolan Arenado, and he's batting .480 over this scorching 5-game hit streak and .406 over his last 14. Outside for a ball. 3-0. And we'd like to welcome all our viewers watching on CFU in Cedar Falls, Iowa.
Green light.
Ball 4.
That was a good non-challenge there by Friedrich, staying out of the zone on 3-0. Start fresh. Hey, look at that fancy chart.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of hoping, right, going into the year, just if he does what he did last year, you take it. But he's actually improved on it, and that doesn't always happen in year 2.
Tinkered with his swing. Tried to take some of the steepness out of his swing. He's been able to do that. He's cut down on the strikeouts considerably. Less chase.
That's a strike on Anthony Rizzo. Had 4 hits last night to tie his career high. By the way, Arenado has homered tonight, a 3-run shot off Chase Anderson. So Arenado back in the lead with 33 homers. So that means Chris has to go deep tonight, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Twice take the lead.
5 consecutive multi-hit games for Rizzo, 12 out of 24. He went into last night a career 167 hitter in this ballpark, and he is very aware of that. Had never hit well here, including his brief major league debut time with the Padres in 2011. So that had to feel really good. And he didn't pull anything. All 4 hits were to center or left.
Yeah, I think I recall referencing Tony Gwynn with his approach.
Yep.
Going the other way last night. There's a little sunset out over Coronado Bay, Mission Bay,
over the bay,
Sun Bay,
the harbor,
Jason Bay.
Drilled deep it's going to die. Wow. That sounded good. Looked good off the bat, and then it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I looked the way Kivlehan went after it, and he's looked a little funky out there on a couple of balls in this series, but maybe some top spin. Had that uppercut swing, and you can tell by the way Anthony started to break it down that he did not think he got enough of it. He's the former Rutgers safety making the play. What was the old story here? You had to get him earlier. You weren't going to get him at all, right? With the marine layer settling in the evening hours.
Zobrist, switch batter, hitting from the right side and takes a high strike. Nice piece, sportsonearth.com. On the Ben Zobrist effect on this Cubs offense. Manny Rondalla. I will tweet it out during the break. And it's just about, taking your walks. Cubs batting average on base percentage increases first batter of an inning.
Yeah, I saw that story. Zobrist remains one of the few guys in the league who has walked more than he has struck out.
Line to left. Bryant around second, and he'll stop there. So the Cubs have the first hit of the ball game, and you like keeping an inning alive for Addison Russell.
Zobrist able to keep the hands back, and that's a good look at there from overhead.
I don't know what to talk about first. This home run streak he's got going, or that defensive play last night. He's pretty quickly catching up to Rizzo and Bryant in the RBI category. Anthony has 87, Bryant has 84, Russell now has 80, and basically have two shortstops on the left side. This is a huge play by Javier Baez. Could have been bases loaded, nobody out. And then 110 off the bat of Will Myers. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's just an incredible play. One of the best I've ever seen.
I got it. Just above our broadcast position. Nothing in one. Here's the pitch. Off the end of the bat, Kivlehan coming on. That will end the inning. Cubs strand 2. Padres coming up against Jake Arrieta.
Value City Furniture presents how to know when it's time. First, look for a sign that it's time to buy new furniture. Any sign? At all. Then, follow the signs to the Labor Day sale at Value City Furniture. Hurry in for free delivery, plus 48 months, no interest financing when you spend $19.99 and up. Perfect. And that's how to buy the perfect piece at Value City Furniture.
It's all imported cheeses. This is a fondue party, Mike.
I realize that, Alan. Taco Bell has these new burritos with warm melted cheese in the center.
This is a Gorgonzola Gruyere medley.
This is a 3-cheese blend plus nacho cheese sauce medley.
The best way to serve warm melted cheese is in the center of a beefy burrito. New cheesy core burritos only at Taco Bell.
Here come the last of the 2016s.
I love this part. Stylish Prius, sporty Camry, fun Corolla, adventurous RAV4, they're all here, but not for long.
Right now, get incredible 0% APR financing on 11 of Toyota's most popular models, like the 2016 Camry, Corolla, RAV4, or Prius during Toyota's annual clearance event.
Come in and get the 2016 Toyota you want before they are gone.
Toyota, let's go places.
Let's check in on the Padres Southwest starting lineup. Jankowski, Myers, and Solarte, 1 through 3. Dickerson, Schimpf, and Bethencourt in the middle. Kivlahan, Sardinius, and the pitcher Friedrich rounding it out.
Cubs defensively, brought to you by Arby's. Zobrist will play the outfield tonight. He's joined by Fowler and Hayward. Bryant, Russell, Baez, Rizzo, third to first. Wilson Contreras for the second time will catch our Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher, and that's Jake Arrieta in pursuit of his 16th win. 15-5 with a 275 for Jake. He's worked 153 and 2/3 innings. He's hard to hit. League batting just 187 against him. He's allowed 11 home runs. Control issue, the issue last time. He walked a career-high 7 in his starts against the Brewers.
So starting play tonight, he's tied with Steven Strasburg atop the National League win board with 15. Strasburg is on the disabled list, so he could be the first NL pitcher to 16. He's 2-0 on Jankowski and working with Wilson Contreras for the second straight start.
Yeah, Jake at his best, like most pitchers, when he throws strike one, and then the anxiety ramps up for the hitters. They'll start to chase that slider out of the zone. That was not the case for him last time because he didn't throw strike one all that often against the Brewers. This club not as patient as the Milwaukee team.
.30 is a strike on Jankowski, who has the longest active on-base streak in the majors, 21 games. He singled last night, stole a base, and was caught stealing in 4 tries. Strike 2.
Outside corner paint, inside corner paint. Back in the count for Arrieta. Jankowski, mostly a singles hitter. He's only hit 2 home runs this year.
Never did swing the bat. 22-game on-base streak.
Yeah, he does. He works a high walk rate. He strikes out a fair bit, but he's a threat to steal. 27 steals, 8 times he has been caught.
So the Padres, according to both Fangraphs and Baseball Reference, are basically the best base running club in the majors. But they made a couple of bad outs at third base last night.
Yeah, and I think that was the John Lester on the mound influence they were trying to exploit. John's, his unwillingness to throw at times. And we talked about it last night. It was a huge play in the game last night when he ultimately did make that throw to third base on the attempted stolen base / pickoff, whatever you want to call it.
Check on the runner Jankowski. There's Tarek Brock, former Cub and first base coach. Glenn Hoffman across the way at third. Trevor's brother. .01 to Myers is high and a ball and a strike. Myers an all-star, also the National League Player of the Month for June. Slider missed the outside corner. 2-1. Myers has really come into his own this year with San Diego.
A former outfielder playing first base now. He played a little first base in the past, but this is the first year he's been a full-time first baseman. Still doesn't look real comfortable over there. But having a real nice year with the bat. He can run. He's stolen 22 bases.
Bryant will take the out at first as Jankowski was way too close to second for Chris to try to get him.
Quick peek, didn't get the handle initially anyway, but I think all along the play here was going to be to first base. Won't try to do too much early and open up the door for a big inning.
We'll switch batting. Yangervis Solarte putting together a nice slash line there. 285, 351, 481. Runner goes to third, and he's safe as the pitch was in the dirt. Jankowski, the major league rookie leader in steals, that's his 28th.
th steal with Jake on the mound this year. 2 have been caught. Contreras with that rocket arm didn't have much of a shot there.
Infield will move in 1-0 on the batter. The pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. Gonna try to go in. Bounced foul. Season series tied at 2 apiece. Cubs have not won a season series against the Padres since 2008. Outside, Contreras throws, they're going to get him. Out at third. They make another out on the bases.
Good work by Contreras. Sets up well off the outside corner. It's not a pitch out, but this is clearly a design play. Calls for the fastball away. He wants no contact there because he's got Bryant sneaking in behind Jankowski and gets off that laser-like throw.
Do not mess with Wilson Contreras. We keep saying it, but teams keep doing it. Called strike 3, and the inning is over. After 1, scoreless.
Dear Chicago, let's take a trip out of Midway to your favorite international destinations. With love, Southwest.
Jack Link's Jerky presents Working Out with Sasquatch. The cornerstones of any serious fitness program are exercise, diet, sleep, pectorals, and hair. All of which are part of Working Out with Sasquatch and protein-packed Jack Link's Jerky.
Protein, amino acids, good for the hair muscles.
Fan! Jack Link's Jerky, a protein-packed snack packed with protein.
There are things in life that just go together. It's like they're always side by side. Because when we put them together, they're better. Like home and auto insurance from State Farm. They just go together. And they save you time and money. Just another way we're here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm. So Wilson Contreras already a factor in this game behind the plate. Cubs will bat here in the second against the lefty Friedrich. Hey, we want to give a big happy birthday to our director, Dave Bulldog Turner. Milestone birthday for Dave. We will not give that number, but it's right around the uniform number you're looking at. A little less than that. Strike on the inside to Hayward.
Lefty on the mound. Jason contemplating a little bunt there. The shift. He does not influence their positioning. It's still there for him if he wants it on strike one.
2-run homer last night, his 6th. And his return to the lineup after a 4-game break. Career now 321 in this ballpark. 4 homers and 84 at bats. 1-2. Pitch. Tap to Friedrich. He'll underhand to Myers for the out. And you bring up Baez. Not only that big defensive play last night, but a 2 for 3 with a walk and a steal.
Very good against left-handed pitching this year. Friedrich debuted with the Rockies in 2012 as a starting pitcher. Made 16 starts, went 5-8. And an ERA above 6.
We've got 3 guys over there. And that play is made by the second baseman, Schimpf.
Hey, Cub fans, tickets are still available for the Cubs' next homestand. The Pirates and the Giants come to town. Don't miss any action during the stretch run. Visit Cubs.com to get your tickets today. Cubs, let me see here, 79 and 45, 38 games left, 17 at home.
Inside ball 1 on Contreras. Cubs starting the night with a 12.5 game lead over the Cardinals, who are trailing at home to the Mets in the 7th, 6-4.
Could be ambush time here. 8th place hitter, 2-ball, no strike count. Might throw a challenge fastball. No, he's going to try to trick him with a changeup. Two schools of thought here with 2 outs and the pitcher on deck. Do whatever you can to get on base to keep the line moving. The other school of thought is you get a cookie here on 3-0. Try to hit one in the seats or off the wall.
Strike 3-1. Arrieta on deck. Yes, the pitcher, but he's hitting .265 on the year with a couple of doubles and 2 home runs. He got a changeup. That was a better one than the 2-0. Full count. Got to give the illusion of a strike. The 2-0 was not. Number 5 was. There's a base hit. Oh, look out, Joe. Contreras trying to get to second, and he is safe. That's a double. That's respecting 180.
The rare off the Cowboy Joe double. And Joe hearing it from the fans. What's a guy to do? Now, this is the second time in a couple of weeks we've seen an umpire hit. And the last occasion, it was the umpire was inside. It was the second base umpire was pulled in. And it became a dead ball base hit. This time, because Joe was behind the infielders, it's ball in play.
You know, he didn't react. I don't believe he's got any protection down there around the shins. Swing and a miss by Arrieta.
Tougher than a $2 steak, that Joe West. The old footballer. He was a quarterback at Elon College, maybe.
Shallow center. Jankowski to end the inning. Inning and a half. Nothing.
Just when you think you know what a computer is, you see a keyboard that can just get out of the way. And a screen you can touch. And even write on. When you see a computer that can do all that, it might just make you wonder, hey, what else can it do?
Excuse me. I think there's a misprint.
Oh, model year-end clearance event. Looks right to me.
Shouldn't it be clear?
Clearly, it is time to get a great deal and a reward card on this turbocharged Jetta. Got to make room for the 2017 models. It is a clearance event. Why is that so hard for people to understand? Seems clear to me. Clear to me. Ready for a test drive?
Whatever you want to call it, don't miss the Volkswagen Model Year-End event. Hurry in and lease the 2016 Jetta S for $149 a month after a $1,000 bonus.
With my cousin Andy starting college, I thought I'd drop off some Best Buy gear to get him up to speed. Andy! Whoa, what is this? A notebook? What, are you going to school in 1993? What you need is a 2-in-1 laptop with the speed of Intel's 6th Gen Core processor. Do you know how important your core is, Andy? I did that for your core. The Freshman 15 is real. Best Buy's blue shirts make it easy to get back to school with the best tech. Tech to impress at Best Buy.
What a girl.
Hey fans, when you think mortgage in Chicago, think eClick Lending. With rates at all-time lows, don't wait. Lock in your low rate today. With eClick Lending, you never pay lending fees. Point, click, save. eClick Lending. Scoreless tie, bottom of the second. Dickerson, Schimpf, and Bethancourt for the Padres. They're 53 and 72. Starting the night, one ahead of Arizona for fourth in the Western Division. That's a strike. 1 for 4 with a run in the opener for Dickerson. Backdoor curve missed outside. 25th start for Arrieta. Third in his career against the Padres. They've all been in this ballpark. Comeback sinker caught the inside. 26 and 5 with a 190 since August 1st of last year. Covering 36 starts. That's the most in the majors during that stretch. And lined in front of Hayward for a base hit.
Leadoff walk in the first. Leadoff knock here in the second. Advantage Arrieta, you would think. He has not faced the Padres since 2014, and of this current group on the roster, only 2 guys have ever faced him, and only one in the lineup tonight. Bethancourt, the catcher, 0 for 3 lifetime against Arrieta. The only other Padre who has faced him is Alexei Ramirez, and he's not in there tonight.
Schimpf, the National League Rookie of the Month in July. He hit 9 homers to lead all Major League players in July. First Padre rookie to lead the majors in homers in a calendar month, excluding October. And he's already got 5 in August.
He has the best home run per at-bat ratio in Major League Baseball. Every 12.29 at-bats, Ryan Schimpf hits a home run.
A Schimpf cocktail every few at-bats.
Here we go. It would be a jumbo shimph.
2 strikes on him. Rizzo holding on Dickerson. The pitch way up in the air. Hayward one-hands it.
On Tuesday, August 30th, that would be 1 week from tonight. Cubs Pirates first pitch 7:05 up to the first 10,000 early arriving adults 21 and over receive Cubs wine cork sunglasses presented by Barefoot Wine. Tickets are still available for this game. Visit Cubs.com.
The catcher Bethancourt. So you've got an all-Christian battery.
That's right.
Bethancourt and Friedrich. We stay away from religion and politics, but we're talking first names here.
And Contreras setting up again way off the outside corner. And then Jake missing badly. It just presents a bad look for the pitcher when you set that far up off the plate. That's better there.
And he hit his spot. 1-1. "74 degrees as we got started tonight. Very comfortable. Bethancourt is from Panama. He'll turn 25 soon. Former Atlanta Brave.
Padres plan going forward with Bethancourt is to move him around a little outfield, maybe a little corner infield, as well as doing some catching.
Double play ball. 6.
Oh my.
4-3. Did he bury it?
He did.
Oh man.
Improvise.
Those two guys together. I'll let you analyze it.
Yeah, well, it's just a little bit. It's a bad toss from Addy, but Baez bails him out.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. I'm attorney Howard Ankin, legendary sportscaster Steve Stone.
And I know the right team knows how to win, like Howard Ankin Law Office.
If you or someone you know needs help with an injury case, I'm here to help. Please give me a call.
Put Howard's number in your phone right now, 312-6-million.
This is Coach Q at the new Binny's Beverage Depot in Lincolnwood. You should have seen this place 3 months ago. Today it's the largest wine, spirits, and beer superstore on the North Shore. As they say, if you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
A well-put-together man is said to be sharp. At GMC, we get why people appreciate that kind of precision. After all, precision is the kind of sharp that slices through a crowd. This is the precision of professional grade. Step up to GMC and get cash back for up to 16% of the MSRP on these select 2016 GMC vehicles. That's over $8,400 cash back on this Yukon Denali.
Excuse me. I think there's a misprint.
Oh, model year-end clearance event. Looks right to me.
Shouldn't it be clear?
Clearly, it is time to get a great deal and a reward card on this turbocharged Jetta. Got to make room for the 2017 models. It is a clearance event. Why is that so hard for people to understand? Seems clear to me. Clear to me. Ready for a test drive?
Whatever you want to call it, don't miss the Volkswagen Model Year-End event. Hurry in and lease a 2016 Jetta S for $149 a month after a $1,000 bonus.
Well, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here, but watching these two guys play, you start to think about the likes of Vizquel and Alomar, maybe.
Yeah.
Two of the best ever. Adding a little bit of that mid-range. Don't know whether to kind of sling it over sidearm or try the long underhand toss. He opted for plan B. It was not a good toss, but Baez was a great play.
Fowler scoots one on the ground to the shortstop Sardinhas.
Dexter is 0 for 2, and it will bring up Bryant. Top third. 0-0.
Want to play a little Sweet Georgia Brown when those guys play the infield.
Bryant went around.
But just based on Friedrich's approach so far in this ball game, Chris could probably sit on a changeup here, not necessarily in this particular pitch, but in this at bat.
Popped up, and this will get back out of play off of first. One of my radio hits on the score today, and the question was, it was about Russell and Bryant, but what could these two guys improve in their game? I said, for me, Russell, base running, that's about it. Experience, just play. I didn't have anything for Bryant. I guess what I ended up saying was, don't change. When you're 28,
and the only improvement you really have to make going forward is just continue to adjust as the league adjusts to you. If you start to get pitched a certain way, be ready to react.
Yeah, I don't really see any weaknesses. Doesn't mean he won't struggle.
Well, in that, the changeup, I mean, you look at, it doesn't have a lot of success on the changeup, but having said that, when you look at the overall numbers, that's really what matters.
The 1-2, deep left, back at the wall, gone! Young Cub fan made the grab. Cubs lead 1-0.
That's an atypical Chris Bryant home run. Usually they're high and majestic. There's a line shot. Well, there you go. You said he needed a hit one to keep up with Arenado. There you go. Number 33 for KB. There's your Ford home run replay. Yes, yes, yes. He did. He caught it.
That guy was a stand-in for Dana Carvey. We're here to pop you up. Rizzo grounds foul. A reminder to follow In-Game live on CSNChicago.com, presented by State Farm. 33 homers, 85 knocked in, 101 runs scored for Chris Bryant. Average at 300. Diving stop. Sardinas. Or is that Solarte?
I don't know. I always forget to check who moved where in these shifts.
Third baseman. Give him credit. So that's a 5-3 ground out, even though it was on the other side of second. All right, going into the Rizzo at bat. First the pitch to Zobrist. A strike. Bryant at 300, Rizzo at 300. Bryant's on base percentage 392, Rizzo 398. Bryant slugging 575, Rizzo 565. OPS within 4 points. It's that close. Zobrist lets it foul out of play to the right. Well, we haven't had to do a ton of scoreboard watching this year, with the Cubs leading the division by a fair amount throughout, but kind of feel like we need to keep an eye on Arenado in this home run race right now. Both guys with 33. Solarte again. And the inning continues. For those routine ground balls, I feel like we've seen a lot of them lately, where the infielder just, there's no sense of urgency. And the Cubs base runners will make you pay.
He rocks back on his heels to get the convenient hop and then takes a little time before turning it loose. Still a catchable ball for Myers.
So an error on Solarte, and it brings up Russell. Big swing, and he fouled straight back. Outside. Driven out in the left center, and it will get down, and it'll bounce out of play, and that will keep Zobrist from scoring. So the low wall out there helped Chris Bryant hit the home run, but it also takes away a run as that ball ended up in the seats.
Yeah,
on the bounce.
It's a big play with 2 outs. Good swing by Addison Russell. Cost him an RBI. So it will fall to Hayward here to try to play add-on. It speaks to the strength of Addison Russell. I don't think he got that one on the sweet spot. I think that was down towards the end of the bat a little bit. He's so strong. He's sneaky strong.
Here's the pitch. Hayward pops it up. Shallow right. It's the second baseman, Schimpf, to end the inning. Chris Bryant has played 3 games in this ballpark this year. All-Star game and the first 2 in this series. He's homered in all of them. 1-0.
We are the Coors Brewing Company, and our mountain is brewing the world's most refreshing beer. A beer proud enough to wear our name in big, red, scripted letters. That's why we lager, filter, and package cold. Because we believe every climb deserves a refreshing finish. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
The Ford Freedom sales event is on, and our biggest event of the year just got bigger. Just announced 0 for 72 on Ford F-Series, giving you freedom from interest. Plus, specially tagged pickups now get a $1,000 smart bonus. America's best-selling trucks 39 years straight are built Ford tough. Now get 0% financing for 72 months on Ford F-Series. Plus, specially tagged trucks get a $1,000 smart bonus cash.
Experience the thrill from closer than ever before when the Ultimate Motorsports Series takes to the sky. 265 miles per hour, 10 G's of force. The Red Bull Air Race World Championship is coming to Indianapolis Motor Speedway October 1st and 2nd. Tickets now on sale.
Contreras, Baez, and your Cubs against Seager, Gonzalez, and LA. Cubs-Dodgers beginning at 2:30 with Cubs Pregame Live presented by Fields Auto on CSN.
Patrick Kivalahan Breaks his bat as he bounds one to Bryant. Chris had a little trouble getting a grip there. They do get the out. And Andy Green might want another look.
One pitch, one out to start the Padres third. Yeah, there's Chris re-gripping and then sailing it a little bit.
Still waiting to see if the Padres want to challenge. Rizzo was on the bag.
I thought back in the first they might want to take a look at the pickoff at third base. The ball was ahead of Jankowski, but the tag might have been a little high. But they didn't even buy time to take a look. Here's the end of that play. Out, the proper call.
Shortstop Sardinas 1 for 3 with a steal last night in his Padres debut. He signed with Texas back in 09. And A.J. Preller, current Padres GM, was in the Rangers front office. That happens pretty much at every stop when there's a regime change, wherever that general manager president came from. Over the next few years, you see a few of the quote their guys trickle through.
People they're familiar with.
Arrieta with a 2-1. Inside 3-1. He walked the leadoff man in the first, Jankowski, then went 3-1 on Myers. Got him to ground out. Got some help from his catcher. He picked off Jankowski at third. Here's his second walk of the night.
Thursday, September 1st, Cubs Giants, 7:05 first pitch, and up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans receive a Cubs cap presented by Bona Beef. For more information and ticket availability, visit Cubs.com. Giants are always a popular draw. Better get on those tickets. It's quality lid right there, man.
Friedrich, left-handed thrower, right-handed batter. Baez will fire to second for one, relay to first, double play.
How slick was that? How slick? What a great call.
Every inning now, these two.
Yeah, well, it's just brilliant. Rizzo stays home. Baez charges. Design play.
Discover Kia's quality at the Top Quality Sales Event. We're celebrating with great deals on the sleek Optima and Optima Hybrid, as well as the Forte Sedan and Hatchback. Right now, get 0% APR for up to 66 months plus 1,000 bonus cash. Or 0 down, 0 due at signing, and 0 first month's payment on select models. Visit Kia.com to see how Kia quality performed against the competition. The Kia Top Quality Sales Event.
This just got interesting. Why pause to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain or Adeptus for pulmonary hypertension, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis and a $200 savings card.
Step up to our great big network and see what we got. Bust a move to Cricket Wireless and get the LG Spree for free after $20 mail-in rebate Cricket Visa promotion card. Don't sweat it, just get it. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Tomorrow, Chicago Fire Soccer takes over CSN Plus as the Men in Red hit the pitch for a big test against Western Power LA. Fire versus LA Galaxy. Tomorrow at 7 on CSN Plus.
Tomorrow night. Tonight, Major League Soccer returns to CSN Plus as the Fire look for 3 points at home over the LA Galaxy. Coverage begins at 7 on CSN Plus. And as we learned last night, if you go to extra innings in soccer, we call that penalty shoots.
Shootout. You're getting bad information. I got it straight from the Olympic Games.
No, I think you're right.
3 points. So 3 points. That's a lot of points in a soccer match.
It's a lot. It's more than 2.
4 is right out. Hey, how about that double play? Wow. Defense, the order of the day here tonight.
So Baez will lead it off. Yeah, I mean, if I'm Anthony Rizzo, I'm going, yeah, I mean, go ahead, Avi. Have at it.
Yeah, well, this is obviously something they've talked about. You know, normally Anthony's very aggressive, charging the bunt play. We've seen in the past where, you know, Zobrist playing second base will creep, you know, all the way over almost to first base and let Anthony kind of charge. But in this instance, it was Baez like a blitzing linebacker. Rizzo stays on the bag. That keeps the base runner tight. And Javi he jumped the snap.
Infield pop-up. Caught by Myers.
Yeah, check it out. This is just really clever. You see where Baez is positioned. There's just no fear at all. On it in no time to start that double play. Yeah. I mean, it's not a horrible bunt.
Yeah, and you'll see 4-6-3 on the double play, which sounds conventional, and it was anything but. Contreras doubled in the second. That's outside. I mentioned Friedrich, drafted by the Rockies out of Eastern Kentucky University, 2008, 25th overall pick. He got a pretty good signing bonus. Made his major league debut in 2012, but then a stress fracture in his lower back cost him the end of that season and most of 2013.
He worked out of the Rockies bullpen last year, was claimed on waivers by the Angels this winter or right at the start of spring training, I guess it was, and then they returned him to the Rockies. They didn't like the medicals on him.
Yeah, designated in January. Waivers to the Angels 2 weeks later, voided, returned to the Rockies. That's deep and foul. Ooh. And I've never seen this play. It's not the first time it's happened. Xfinity high-speed action. 2014, wild pitch with the bases loaded. 1 run scores. Catcher throws to Friedrich, gets by him. 2nd run scores. Friedrich's got his head down, and Gene Segura says, I think I'll score. You ever seen that? 3 runs on a wild pitch?
That's a yard sale there. That is ugly.
So there was a cross-up. Michael McHenry could not handle the pitch. Ball bounced away. Catcher overthrew it. Three and two. And we will try again.
Bounced the curveball, yeah. Bethancourt went fastball in, fastball away, shook them both. Change up, no, don't want that. It's almost like Bethancourt forgot he had the curveball. No slider. The Cubs are proud to salute the men and women of the United States military. On Wednesday, August 31st, the Cubs have specially priced tickets in the terrorist reserved outfield. And each ticket includes a special Cubs military cap. For more information, visit Cubs.com/special group nights.
Arrieta with a man on and one out. Big series just up the coast in LA. Giants and the Dodgers. Dodgers with a 1-game lead in the West.
Yeah, I think Bruce Bochy's got his pitching lined up for that series. I think it's Bumgarner, Cueto, Samardzija for the Giants.
That game tied 2-2 in the third inning. It is Bumgarner and Maeda. Seguin has homered in 2 consecutive games, at the first of his career yesterday in Cincinnati. We'll be at Dodger Stadium Friday through Sunday. One and one on Arrieta. Here it is. Bangs that one off the mask of the catcher Bethancourt. Space station look.
Where's that camera?
Called strike 3. That is his first strikeout. Rest of the road trip brought to you by PNC. Getaway day tomorrow, off day Thursday, Friday night, and then Saturday and Sunday afternoon we'll have the road trip finale right here on CSN. Fowler swings away, and a rainbow to right. Kivlahan to end the inning. Bottom 4, Cubs 1, Padres nothing.
Is it a force of nature or a sales event? The Summer of Audi sales event is here. Get exceptional offers now during the Summer of Audi sales event.
What's up, guys? Make sure you check out the Bass Pro Shops Fall Hunting Classic. It's the one hunting show and sale of the year you don't want to miss.
This week at the Classic, get extra trade-in savings up to $40 on hunting boots and $100 on game cameras. Plus, free kids activities this weekend.
$1 window siding and door installation, 102 Pine Street.
Go, guys. It's Feldco to the rescue with $1 installation on all windows, siding, and doors. Plus no money down and no interest until 2018. It's Feldco's biggest sale of the year.
That's $1.
$1 installation on all windows, siding, and doors.
Hurry, $1 installation ends Labor Day. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Closed captioning of Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by U.S. Waterproofing.
A little seepage in your basement is no need to panic. Count on the experts at U.S. Waterproofing to diagnose and repair the problem.
For a free consultation, visit uswaterproofing.com. A better basement starts with us.
The Chicago Cubs offer special programs designed for your future Cub. From Kids Sundays at Wrigley Field to Clark's Crew and baseball summer camps throughout the Chicago area. There are many ways to build lifelong Cub memories with your kids. Visit Cubs.com/kids to learn all about our Cubs Kids offerings. It's a Cub kid, and she is not a happy camper right now.
Ooh, the Cubs hockey jersey, I like it. Or sweater. Jankowski walked, stole second, and walked, moved to second on a ground out, stole third, and then was picked off in the opening inning. And the 0-1 outside for a ball. 1-1. Cubs lead on Chris Bryant's 33rd home run. Bouncer to Russell. Time now for greater coverage of baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. The postseason schedule has been released. Cub fans hoping to not really worry about the wild card, although they'll probably watch to find out, they're hoping, who the Cubs' opponent will be.
Right now, it would be Giants-Cardinals in the wild card game.
One strike and Myers. If Game 7 of the World Series is needed, it would be Wednesday, November 2nd at the American League team. Game 1 of the Fall Classic scheduled for Tuesday, October 25th.
Yeah, I wish there was a way that MLB could figure out a way to shorten the season, play more games early in inclement weather early in the year just to buy some better weather late. Contreras was asking for time as Arrieta was making the pitch.
One and two.
Nick Lentz, the home plate umpire tonight, is a rookie. Made his major league debut back in April.
Grounded to Bryant. So 2 outs. And it'll bring up Solarte.
The fly ball by Schimpf to Hayward in the second inning, the only ball out of the infield so far, other than the Dickerson base hit. Everything else on the ground. One punch out for Jake.
The Orioles beat the Nationals 8-1 tonight. Orioles are on pace to be near the major league record for homers in a single season. You see what's going on with their base running?
No.
They could set an all-time record for fewest stolen base attempts in a single season. They are 14 out of 23 currently. The record in a 154-game season is 29. In a 162-game season, it's 36. Buck Showalter was asked about it and said it's about personnel.
Yeah, they got a bunch of just sit back and hit home runs. Why are you going to risk making outs on the bases? The Earl of Baltimore would endorse that approach.
He said it's a function of personnel. I like what he added. He said, I'm not really much into having a 50% chance giving away outs. Doesn't work. It was according to the MLB.com story. Yeah, you're right, Buck. It's a losing proposition or break even. Don't do it. Two swing and a miss to end the inning. Arrieta looking to become the first 16-game winner in the National League, and he leads 1-0.
It's a golden opportunity to discover the power of the human hand, the ability of a Lexus Master Craftsman to turn an ordinary experience into an extraordinary one. For a limited time, get some of the best offers of the year on our most refined vehicles at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Lease the 2016 ES350 with zero due at signing for $419 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
The summer clearance event is here at Feeney Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Elgin. Get our lowest prices on our entire inventory. Cars, trucks, minivans, and more Jeeps than we need. All with 0% financing available. Look at this 2016 Wrangler, just $299 a month. Or a 2016 Ram 1500 Quad Cab, $299 a month. Both with zero due. Or this 2016 Dodge Caravan, only $16,997. Find it at Feeney, FeeneyAutos.com.
And here we go, folks.
It's your favorite hot dog bun, mustard, and overpriced watered-down beer.
Are you sure you want to eat all that? Because you already weigh more than your team's batting average.
Let's just toast to our anniversary. Oh no, it's corked.
Let's just watch the game. I tweeted all of your friends to come over, but I guess no one showed up, just like at Mobile Phone Park.
That's okay. I invited one of your friends too.
There's a long drive and it's out of here.
Give a real anniversary gift this year. Escape to the Champagne Lodge in Willowbrook, just 25 minutes southwest of Chicago.
Friday night, get your gridiron on with the season premiere edition of High School Lights. Join host Kelly Crow for the latest scores, highlights, and reaction from around the region. Don't miss the season premiere of High School Lights, presented by Wintrust, starting at 11 p.m. on CSN and streaming live at csnchicago.com. I want you to put your gridiron on.
Get your gridiron on.
Friday night, okay? Bryant takes high from Friedrich.
Other news out of Baltimore, Chris Tillman going on the disabled list. Ooh. Shoulder inflammation. Orioles are 20-6 when Tillman is the starting pitcher, a game below 500 when anyone else starts. So that's a big blow to the Birds.
Luis Valbuena, the former Cub, done for the year with the Astros. He's got a right hamstring injury. Two-1 curveball is low. David Freese gets a 2-year extension with the Pirates. Club option for 2019. That was a nice signing. Late.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he signed in March.
It was really good for them early on when Jung Ho Kang was still inactive. Fairly predictable result there with Bryant's patience and Friedrich being awfully cautious after the home run.
Chris is 1 for 1. Home run, 2 walks tonight.
Friedrich has given up a fair bit of traffic, but just the 1 run so far. He's been resilient.
Rizzo in the air to right, and again, that one's not going to carry.
I don't think he quite squared that one up. Cub fans, let's go. Book your stay now at the Sheraton Grand Chicago for the 2017 Cubs Convention. All reservations come with convention passes built into the hotel package. For details and reservations, go to cubs.com/convention.
One idea that invariably comes up when we talk schedule and how to make everything work a little better is, well, why don't they just play all the games in April in California and the domed stadiums where the weather is great? The problem with that is all teams want as many home games as they can get in June, July, and August. That's when school is out.
Yeah, so there's an economic reason behind it.
Yes.
So as much as we suffer sometimes in those April games in Chicago and on the East Coast and in St. Louis, I would still opt for more of those if it meant to play the postseason in a little bit warmer weather.
Could start a week earlier. Zobrist out in the right center. Watch Bryant run. He will easily score. Zobrist to second with a double. 2-0. You know what Chris Bryant is? He is a run machine.
Yeah, he's a ball player is what he is. All phases of the game, he is very good. He's one of the better base runners in the game. He takes 2 bases on singles. He scores from first base on doubles a high percentage of the time. He doesn't hit into double plays. Pretty remarkable for such a big slugger.
That is the other thing about him batting second and why I think he's going to be there for a long time to come under Joe Madden. So Zobrist, 2 hits tonight. That's his 64th RBI. And a ball inside to Russell. In the air, deep left center, back at the wall, and baby's gone. He's done it again.
He's trying to stop from grinning as he runs around the bases. This man is absolutely locked in.
4-0.
Hanging changeup.
He ought to get his own Ford out of this. A lot of Ford home run replays this road trip.
That's some launch angle for you there. And he knows it. You see him break it down as soon as he leaves the box. Addison Russell making his big park play small.
Another multi-RBI affair. He's got 82 RBIs on the year.
Tough for any pitcher to get through this lineup 3 times. Friedrich had gotten to this point allowing just the 1 run, and stuff-wise, you know, he's a little short, so he's got to be very precise. He's paid for some mistakes here tonight. Getting to the point with Russell now, you're just starting to assume he's going to hit it out of the ballpark.
5 games on this road trip, 5 home runs for Addison Russell. Outside. Two and 2 on Hayward. Call it strike three. Russell now, over his last 24 games, has knocked in 26 runs.
He is becoming a star before our eyes. I mean, we knew how talented he was and what a good player he was going to become.
Our baby's growing up. Byers with 2 outs. Oh, and 2. Cubs have now hit multi-homers in 7 consecutive games. And like Juan Epstein, I got a note. In the last 104 seasons starting in 1913, according to the Cubs game notes, they have posted 1 longer multi-homer game streak. That was an 8-game run in 1961. Signed Epstein's mother.
Robert Hedges? Does that sound right?
Good
Something
call.
like
that is exactly right. Six Cubs in double digits.
Remember at the Cubs convention, waiting backstage before the introductions, and Anthony said to Russell, "You're going to win an MVP someday." And said, "And so are you." And Chris Bryant was there and said, "So are you."
And you get an MVP, and you get an MVP. Center field, Jankowski. And that will end the inning, but Addison Russell with another home run, his 5th on the road trip. 4-0 Cubs.
Are we going to be champions? Sugar Ray Leonard.
You put God in the ring and I will beat him.
Oh boy, I know you like the sound of that.
Hands of Stone, rated R, Friday.
This is it. The Hyundai Act Fast sales event, where you can get a deal for the ages on a car or SUV that offers all the latest technology, and the warranty is America's best. It's go time.
Act fast today and lease the Tucson for $139 a month, or the Santa Fe Sport for $159 a month.
It's good.
Yeah.
Vanilla?
French vanilla.
To thrive in an ever-changing environment, companies must adapt. But one thing should remain constant: a financial relationship with someone that understands and cares about your business. PNC Corporate and Institutional Banking offers strategies tailored to your company's needs. Know that our dedicated teams of local experts offer insight to help you achieve your business objectives. See how working with PNC can help your company grow at pnc.com/ideas.
Are we going to be champions?
He fought for his family.
I don't want to be hungry anymore.
He fought for his nation.
He has the spirit of Panama in his heart.
Discover the untold true story. Hands of Stone. Rated R.
Hey everyone, Kelly Crawl here with a Coors Light Cold Hard Facts Sportsnet Central update following Cubs baseball. I'll take the reins and wrap up your night in Chicago sports. Jeff Dickerson and David Haw offered their take on the 2016 Bears team, plus Avi Garcia back for the Southsiders. We'll have highlights and post-game reaction, and it's all headed your way on Sportsnet Central right after the game. Now back to Lynn and JD, guys.
Hi, Kelly. Thank you. A 4-0 cushion for Jake Arrieta. 1-0 on Alex Dickerson. Bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss.
So Jake continues this dominant run in California. Back on August 6th, he went 8 shutout against the A's in Oakland. 7 shutout against the Angels on opening day. Giants got 1 off of him in 7 innings back in May. Must be the warm smell of colitas or something like that. Palm trees. The whole Zen vibe, you know, he's kind of a Zen guy, into yoga.
Yeah, it's a great environment for the great game of baseball out here in California.
The state has produced more big leaguers than any other.
Three and 2, Schimpf is on deck. Ball 4. Third time the Pods have put the leadoff man on. Eloy Jimenez, South Bend outfielder, Midwest League MVP, prospect of the year, end of season All-Star. And he leads that league in doubles, slugging, OPS, RBIs, and he's 19. Had a big futures game here in San Diego.
Yeah, Jamer Candelario really playing well also.